there is more to your baking skills than just putting cakes in the oven, being able to mix your vanilla, mix your chocolate, red velvet cakes, being able to decorate and all of that. Those skills are fantastic. In fact, they are basic. You need to have them if you want to be a baker or a cake decorator. But aside that, there are other skills that you need to have that we don't really talk about on a daily, we don't really talk about on platforms, and these are things that are very important that you need to know. And that's why I'm bringing them to you today, soft skills that every baker needs to have. Now, if this is something you're interested in, you definitely want to keep on watching. But before that, ensure that you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it or if you're enjoying it. Turn on your notifications as well. And if you're enjoying it, kindly drop me a kind comment so that I'll know that this video has been of great value to you. Now, let's go right into the video. You're welcome back. So like I said, there are important skills that you as a person, or you as a baker, you as the CEO of your business, you need to have, aside being able to bake, aside being able to decorate, aside being able to put flour, butter, sugar, eggs and all of that to make a fantastic, nice, decadent tasting cake. What are these skills? I'll be going into them right away. The first thing is communication. I'm just putting this first. I'm saying this first because I am such a huge fan of communication, and the world would just be in chaos without communication. And I believe that you must have run into situations a few times where probably because this wasn't communicated properly to you by your customer, there was an issue. Maybe because you didn't totally or completely decide or come to an agreement on what the person wanted for a cake, or what you could charge, or the size of the cake or something. There was an issue. Communication is such a big deal, and you as a baker, you should be able to communicate. Now, communication is large communication is broad because we have speaking, just like I'm doing now. You should be able to speak to an audience. You should be able to speak to a live audience, even if it's a live audience. Probably you're doing YouTube live, or you're doing Instagram live, or you're doing Facebook live. You should be able to speak and speak well. You should be able to speak and speak clearly. You're audible. You're able to control your voice. You're able to pronounce your words well. You're able to, do your hands like this, basically. Not that it's something that needs to be done compulsorily, but you should be able to talk, demonstrate, gesticulate, and do all of that. Now, there's another aspect to communication, which is listening. Most people don't know how to listen. Or a good number of persons do not know how to listen. So when somebody is talking to you, probably relaying their problems, or probably they want to make an order or want to place an order, you are busy interrupting, you're interjecting. Is that the word? You're talking. As they're talking, you're also talking. It's good to want to fill in for them. It is good to want to help them assume or complete what they want to say, but it is very, very good, and it's a good act of listening. You're a good listener if you're able to absorb, allow them speak, take in everything that they want to hear, and then begin to talk, or wait for them till they're almost done before you begin to talk, or before you begin to make suggestions. You should be able to listen. When you're talking to your staff, you should be able to, when they're talking to you, you should be able to listen. If a customer is not satisfied with their cakes and they're laying a complaint or they're giving a feedback, you should be able to listen. That is part of communication. Now, what about writing? It's also an important part of communication. You should be able to write, or handwritten, write, how do I put it now? But you understand, you should be able to write, yes, write out documents. You should be able to craft contracts. You should be able to write proposals. You should be able to put down terms of agreement. You should be able to write down your standard of operations, your policies, your processes. You should be able to write these things down. And there are guides online, there are templates online for these things. If you feel you don't know it, don't just assume. These are not the days when you say, I don't know, I do not know how this is done. No, there are tons and tons of information online. There was something I wanted to do one day. Okay, when I was writing when I was trying to craft my SOP for my staff, and I said, I don't know how to do, I don't know where to get to. And my husband says to me, everything, like these things are online, go online. So there are templates to guide you, and even if there are no templates, people really just want to learn how to communicate, there are resources to help you on being a good communicator. So learn how to write. It also boils down to your writing your captions. You should be able to write persuasive sales copy. They call it copy. Your sales copy, you should be able to write and persuade people to buy. You don't just write for writing's sake. You don't just write because you feel like writing. Like when I craft my stories, with goals in mind. I have goals in mind. It's either I want to evoke emotion, it could be to motivate you, it could be to inspire you, it could be to make you buy, to make you see reasons why you should buy a case, or why you should shop with us, or why you should do business with us. So you should be able to write. Now in this different aspects, these are the different aspects of communication. You see how many minutes I've spent. I could go on and on when it comes to communication, but that should just give you a basic understanding that communication is important. I should be able to tie every loose end when it comes to, especially orders with your clients. I'm telling you, if you want to save yourself a great deal of trouble and stress, don't assume, communicate, ask questions, let them get back to you, let them respond to you, so that you have all the necessary details that you need to work and run with. All right. The second thing is leadership. It's a soft skill. If you are the owner of your business, or you're in a place of position where you're heading your business, you should be able to lead. Now, leading involves a lot of things. Like, this topic is something that I cannot exhaust in one video. Leading involves being able to lead, like the word rightly says or suggests. Lead people, guide people, direct people, show them the way, delegate, let them know this is what they want to do. For now, you might just be growing, it might just be you and you alone. You're the social media manager, you're the baker, you're the decorator, you're the cleaner, you're the PR person for your business, you're the customer service rep, all of that. But your business will grow to a stage, by God's grace, where you would need to employ and get other people to help you. Now you should be able to lead, you should be able to trust and delegate responsibilities to them. Don't say, what about my recipe? What if she runs with my recipe? What about this? What about that? Because if you keep carrying all the burdens, or all the things that need to be done, you will burn out and it will wear you out quickly. So you should be able to delegate. You should be able to lead and make followers out of your people. I once heard a story firsthand from someone who did not get promoted in his place of work. He was due, I think he was due for promotion, but the person above him, his boss, said, I cannot promote you because look at you, you have not trained anyone. Like the people working under you, I'm trying to paraphrase, please. The people that are working under you, they cannot do anything that you like. They cannot do anything that you do. You're just leading. You're just going. You're not even leading. You're not even making followers of this. Like, you're not teaching them skills. You're not teaching them what to do. They don't know what to do. So if anything happens, you're not here today. Everything just comes to a halt. Everything just stops. So you should be able to lead, and leading involves being able to listen to people, like I've mentioned earlier, being able to delegate responsibilities, trusting them enough that they're able to do these things, being able to teach, being able to impart knowledge, being able to take care of things basically around your bakery. So this is the second skill that every baker needs to have. The third is teamwork. So teamwork is very important. You are a peculiar individual, and so is every other person. So we are all different, we are all unique, we have different personalities, we are all special in our own way. So you should be able to work, like maintain a sane working environment. You should be able to work with others, no matter how fast they are, no matter how slow they are, no matter how what's the word? What are the peculiar situations? No matter how you think this person is dull, she's too dull for my liking. Look for a way, look for a department that fits that person and put the person there. Probably you have to work with other people. It might not even just be internally within your bakery. If you have to work with other people outside your bakery, probably you've outsourced things, or you have printers that you work with, or you have vendors that you buy things from, you should be able to work together to achieve a common goal, okay? Teamwork is very important. It's not just about me doing everything. I don't want to work with anybody. She's too fast for my liking. She's too slow for my liking. She doesn't understand things. She likes to do things on her own. People are different. You will meet people that are heady. You employ staff that are heady. You employ staff that no matter how much love you show them, they just want to do their own thing. They want to run their own show. You should be able to talk to these people, let them know that these are the rules, these are the things they need to do, and work together as a team. There's this thing we were taught in school, I can't remember, I think it's called, let me see if I can remember, is it delegation of responsibilities? No, I can't remember the word now. If I remember the word, I'm going to put it on the screen, but it involves breaking down tasks and allowing people to do their own parts. I think it has to still do with delegation, but allowing everybody do their own parts, and together you people are able to achieve a goal. So teamwork is very important. No matter how you think this person is slow, no matter how you think this person is proud, she's too proud, she doesn't like to talk to people and all of that, you should be able to work with members of your staff or members of your business as a team. Okay, learn this. Teamwork is very, very important. The third thing I'll be talking about is the ability to work under pressure. Look, there are situations that are out of control, that get out of control sometimes. There are situations that get out of control sometimes when you run a baking business, things that like you have absolutely no control over. So recipes can just decide to act up. Because there could be a change in pickup arrangements, there could be a change in timing of events, there could be fault in your equipment, things can just break down, things that can just happen that you have no control over, and these things can snowball into a huge challenge, into a huge problem. It can snowball into something that is very difficult for you to handle, and it can lead to pressure. It can lead to you rushing to meet up with deadlines and all of that. You should be able to think, okay, you should be able to relax and think of a way forward. You should be able to solve problems. That's another skill. Problem solving. So if you have a challenge, do you start panicking? Do you start running helter-skelter? Do you start fidgeting, like you just keep fidgeting, or you just keep crying? Yes, it's okay to cry, it's okay to release those emotions, but after then, how do you fix the problem? Because crying will not solve the problem. Crying doesn't solve the problem. Fidgeting doesn't solve the problem. Shouting at the person that probably is a member of your staff that made a mistake, shouting at the person is not going to solve the problem. How are you able to be calm under such situations and think of how to fix whatever has happened and move forward? This is one thing that you need to have as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, as a baker, as the owner of your business, the ability to work under pressure. Now, we've had cases where maybe cakes did not come out well, and we just had to bake again, and the client was probably expecting the cake to be delivered at a particular time, and definitely you're not going to meet up at that particular time. What do you do? How do you handle the pressure? How do you handle the baking again? How do you handle your client who is expecting the cake at a particular time? How do you handle your delivering the cake late and all of that? These are skills that you need to have and that are very, very important. Search online. There are tons and tons of resources that can help you with this, okay? Now, the fifth is creativity. I think this should even be number one, but I will not let it take the space of my communication, or maybe they will just be at par, okay? But creativity is very important. I had someone watching me work a few days ago, and she was like, what I see about this thing, one thing I see about this business or about this decorating or about this thing is all about creativity. Yes, there are other things involved, but creativity is very important. Look, if you're not creative, your cakes will not pop. Okay, your cake designs will just be regular. Your cake designs will just be there. So you should be able to think, have skills at your fingertips. I've mentioned this before. Have skills at your fingertips that you can combine, nicely combine, creatively combine, that would end up end up giving you masterpieces as cakes, or that will end up looking so good when you are done designing or when you are done decorating. So creativity is very important. There are ways to build your creativity, and I made a video on this, not specifically on creativity, but how I'm able to come up with designs, how I'm able to get inspiration, and how you can as well. Please try and watch the video. It will help you so you can get inspiration. You can build your creativity by going for classes, improving on your skills, obviously, but then learn to appreciate the arts and things, learn to work with colors, learn to arrange things, learn to do things. So there's an aspect of cake decorating that is not taught in schools, which is floral decoration. So this is something that you need to have. It's a skill that you need to have. How creative are you when it comes to working with flowers, fresh flowers, dry flowers? Are you able to put them beautifully on cakes that they look good, or you're not able to do that, and at the end of the day it looks a mess? So these are things that I believe that you need to have. Creativity in the shapes of your cakes, in the heights of your cake, in the arrangements, in the decoration, in the designing, in coming up with designs, fresh new designs. You need to be creative, really, really creative. If not, you get lost in the crowd, you get lost in the market. Your designs will not stand out. Your designs will just be lost, and you don't want that, basically, okay? And you don't want that. So you need to work on your creativity and improve on your creativity, okay? One more thing which I'll add as a bonus point is time management. I have a video on this. I think you should watch. People have not really watched that video. Watch it. It will help you. I know there was a time that I used to struggle with my cakes. If I have bulk orders like so, I will be struggling. I will end up delivering late because it'll be time for me to deliver, but I'll be lagging behind. The cakes will not be complete, and I will still have cakes waiting for me to decorate and all of that. But now I know how to manage my time better. I know how to manage my workflow, manage my time better, starting from the workflow, starting from when I'll be baking, when we'll be having the buttercream done or the fondant ready, preparing things that I need ahead, placing orders for stickers, for cake toppers, placing orders for the toppers, when we're going to be baking and all of that. And one thing that helps me when I have bulk orders is to start working at once. So what I mean is this. So if I have like 5 cakes to work on at once, there was a day of recent, like 2 weeks ago or last week, I think 2 weeks ago, I decorated 5 cakes at once. One of them was a 2-tiered cake, and I was able to finish this cake seamlessly. First, I'll say there's the God factor there, because I don't just go into those type of jobs without saying a word of prayer, because you could get tired, anything could happen that would mess you up and then scatter everything, So I just pray to God to lead me, and what I do is to start up with trimming all the cakes at once. As I'm trimming them, I'm knowing, okay, this is for this. We either tag them, or we just know that this cake is going this way, this cake is for this person, this cake is for this design. We're able to classify and able to sort these cakes. I trim at once, fill at once, dowel at once, and then I start my decorating. So that helps me when I have bulk orders and I know how to go with my work. And the flow is just a seamless process, basically. It just goes, I just flow from one to the other like that. And one thing, if you have bulk orders and the client gives you free gives you creative license, choose designs that are easy for you to work with. Especially if it's just you working, choose designs that are easy for you to work with, that won't stress you and that won't take too much of your time to finish just one piece or just one cake. Something that you can easily finish and then move to the next one. I believe that this video has been of great help. If you have enjoyed this video and you've watched up to this point, kindly give me a thumbs up, kindly like this video, and then subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to turn on notifications. Also, I'll be looking forward to your questions down in the comments below, and also to give my thoughts to you if you have any questions to answer to the best of my ability. Okay, please share with those in your caking communities as well. Until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.